Hey everyone, welcome back for another Let's Play of the post-apocalyptic survival game Icy. So far the game has been enjoyable. I wouldn't say that it's been amazing. It's marred a little bit by some wonky things that have went on with dialogue options and things that have shown up in inventories. Some of the dialogue seems to be poorly written. Although some of it actually seems to be pretty humorous. There have been some humorous moments and pretty funny things that have happened, so yeah. And you know, it's just recently came out, so maybe they'll end up fixing some of those things. But okay, so what we're going to do is we've got two things that we could do. We have a quest given to us by this town's leader to go to a church to try to scavenge for some holy relics for them. We also have a mission to go and find this guy named Fang. I do kind of want to do both. I mean, I'm going to have to do both of them. I mean, the Fang one obviously is probably going to advance our storyline, but I think going and retrieving those holy relics could be good because it could get us in good with this town's leader, and that could open up some more avenues for us in this town. So, before we do anything, I'm thinking that we probably want to buy some tools. So let's go to the tools trader. Okay. And Shitty Tools is the name of his shop, or was. And we were wanting to buy a hammer. So I'm not really, I don't really care, I don't think about the durability here. So let's buy a hammer, a lockpick, and it looks like his inventory has changed. So that's kind of interesting. He's got more torches now. So maybe a few torches, and how much is the bear trap? 15? Could be useful, so let's buy that. Let's see if that'll work. And he does also have fuel, so let's pick up like, how much does it cost? 5. See, we only have 48 ammo, so that could be bad. Maybe we're buying too much. We might have to do with only one torch. So the torches cost 5. What's the lockpicks? Man, lockpicks I think are good. We do have one. Or at least it said it gave us a lockpick, but I don't see it in our inventory. And the bear trap's really expensive too. You know, I have had some run-ins with some bears, but it didn't do a lot of damage. I think maybe we might have to just buy some fuel and one torch and a hammer and call it good. So can we do that? Will he do that? Yes, he will. Okay, so we've got some more fuel. I think our food is still okay. I think. So I want to go do this church quest first. So let's make our way over that direction. So it's day 5. Time is passing. Aha, an event. You're slowly walking on the snow just like any other day when the weather starts to rapidly change. A storm is coming, and you had better find shelter before it strikes. We must hurry, we don't have much time. You start walking faster in the desperate search for a decent shelter, but you're far away from any building. Snow starts to fall on the ground, and in just a few minutes it becomes thicker and thicker. Your visibility drops down, and you are barely able to spot what's a few yards from you. April, where are you? April's voice is weak and distant. You can barely understand what she says. I'm here, I'm coming, I just stumbled on a rock. Chief, I'm going to find her. I won't leave her alone in the storm. We're all going to go find her. We can't split up. No, take the others to safety. Just light a big fire. We'll find you. Carlos starts running and disappears into the forest. So you can see there, just little stuff like that. I mean, you still understand what's being said, quite obviously, but you know, it's mistakes that probably, you know, it makes me think that the developers of this game probably aren't native English speakers. You keep walking, hoping to find some place to stay, but your feet sink into the snow, and each step is harder than the one before. If we keep going, the hobbits will probably perish. You feel the cold wind on your face, and the snow is completely covering you. If you don't find a shelter, you'll die soon. A sudden gust of wind throws you on the ground, and you hit your head on something metallic. A piercing pain flows down all your head, and your sight fades for some seconds. Stand up. Please stand up. Don't die here. Eva is tugging you, and you immediately recover your senses. After some seconds, you finally manage to stand up again, but you're unable to see anyone. The group is completely scattered, and you are alone with Eva. I'm glad you're okay. So we can say, let's go, or did you see the others? Did you see the others? No, I saw you falling on the ground and hitting something, so I came here to see if you were all right. Let's go. Please hold my hand. I don't want to get lost in the storm. Hold her hand. Keep walking into when you finally find a guardrail, and there's a badly damaged fence near it. So we can keep walking in a straight line. We can follow the guardrail. We can follow the fence. Isn't that kind of the same thing? Let's follow the guardrail. You follow the guardrail, and after a couple of minutes, you spot a gas pump. There, a building near it that can be a decent shelter. Let's go into the building. You finally found a shelter, and as soon as you enter, you feel better. The place is at good protection from the storm. The place is warmer than the outside, but you need a fire to regain some heat, since you can barely feel your arms and legs. Eva is shaking badly and barely able to speak. I am so cold. So we need to get a fire started. I'll just wait here. Just make it quick, please. You start a fire using the stuff you find around. The place is full of crap that you can burn, and you easily manage to start a good fire. You and Eva gather around the small fire, craving heat while your entire body seems frozen to the bones. Some warmth finally starts to flow into your hand, and your muscles slowly stop trembling. You will be able to survive. The time passes and the storm finally ends, leaving behind a clear sky. You feel the temperature raising. Now you only need to find your companions. Eva has regained her skin color and seems to be a lot better now. She stands up and puts her backpack on. I'm ready to go. Let's find the others. You start gathering your things while you see a smoke column raising toward the sky. At least someone has survived. It takes a while to reach the place, but finally you see a big pyre burning in front of an isolated house. You see Demetra throwing some wood onto the fire. I was waiting for you, glorious leader. So, let's see. Where are the others? I don't know my guidance. The storm scattered us like snowflakes. If we're lucky, they're alive and walking towards this fire. I'm more than fine. I found this nice house. It was full of furniture that I was able to turn into heat. You suddenly hear a distant scream, and as you focus on the sound, you clearly discern the word, help. Did you hear that? You start running towards April's voice, and after a few seconds, you're able to see the problem. A building collapsed, and Carlos is trapped inside. Thank God you're here. Carlos went inside to do a quick check of the place, and the damned roof collapsed on his head. You can hear Carlos' voice coming from the rubble. Fuck, 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 fuck. So we can, let's take him out. Are you hurt? He seems fine to me. Are you hurt? Am I hurt? A bloody roof fell on me. Of course I'm hurt. You hear some noise, and when you turn to find out where it is coming from, you see Mobilaji running towards you. What's happening here? Carlos is trapped beneath the rubble. Below the rubble. This building looks old. It wasn't a smart idea to go into it right after a storm. The snow's weight broke the roof, and that is legit. Snow weighs a ton. Oh, damn it, I skipped that. Gotta be careful when I click. Screw you, Carlos. I'm not the one who ignored reason to walk into a deadly trap. You're lucky to be alive. Please, guys, do not fight. We have to save him. So, let's get to work, or does anyone have an idea? Let's get to work. Let's be careful. We need to act with light hand and patient caution, or the entire building will collapse. Well, it kind of looks to me like it's already all collapsed. We'll waste half a day just getting him out of it. Well, I mean, we have to get him out, you know. More helping, less talking. It's not wasted time. The next time, but be careful. It's not wasted time. I know, it's just annoying spending time saving him from his own recklessness. You spend some time digging Carlos out while Mobilaji keeps complaining and April doesn't help the mood. After more than an hour, Carlos is finally free. Oh God, are you okay? Carlos limps to reach a rock and sits on it, holding his right leg with his hand. Yeah, I'm fine, thanks guys. Is it broken? I hope not. It just hurts, but I think it will soon pass. Why the fuck did you enter that in there? It was clearly dangerous. Shit, look at that wood. It's completely rotted. Shut up. We've been through worse places. I was just unlucky, that's all. Unlucky? You were an idiot. We were scattered around and you decided to enter in there? That's just stupid. Go to hell. Do you think you're some sort of wise man? Alright, so we can basically tell both of them to shut up, or we can stay calm. So I think we're going to, our guy's a little bit aggressive, so we're just going to tell them both to be quiet. Mobilaji turns to you. It is clear that he is trying to repress his rage. As you wish. Carlos stands up, walks away trying to hide the pain coming from his leg. I didn't start it, and I don't want to continue it. Let's go back to take our belongings. Your group starts packing up, and in a few minutes, you're ready to go. There's some tension in the air, but no one's arguing anymore. So, problem solved. So, let's look at our group health. Not really that bad. I mean, for having a hurt leg, he's really not that bad off. And Jerome didn't have anything to say. I mean, he's still in our party, but he hasn't shown back up. It's kind of strange. Okay, so let's keep on heading towards the church, I guess. I wonder if this, it looks like it can level up, or we can get buffs to it somehow. It's got experience 6. Okay, interesting. Alright, so we're going to continue on. Wonder if these events are just completely random, or if they're tied to, you know, if they're like story driven or what. The ancient church is not hard to spot, since it's probably the most beautiful building you ever saw, despite the damages of time. Look at this place. That's one of the biggest buildings I've ever seen. This church was a holy place. Let's hope that people have shown a little respect to the house of our Lord. Which, this is kind of funny because she's saying that, but we're here to loot it. Seems like she would have some sort of a like a hesitance to do this. They can't respect other people. How do you expect them to respect beauty or holiness? There are some really religious people, you know. Yeah, I met a lot of them. A big wooden door stands in front of you, slightly open. Nothing but silence comes from the inside. So, yeah, we're going to go inside. You go through the doors and you start to smell the scent of rotten meat. Despite the chaos, the church is still quite beautiful, and its colorful windows allow some light to enter inside the building. This place smells like dead animals, and I'm afraid we'll soon discover why. Jerome looks around for a moment. Did you hear that too? So we're going to get attacked by something. The place seems safe and silent, but the lighting is poor and you can't really see if there's something dangerous ahead of you. So we do have a torch. We can slowly walk across the nave, or we can make some noise. Well, we bought those torches for a reason, right? The darkness ahead of you partly fades. Maybe it was just an impression, but you saw some shadows moving around the seats. Now everything is still and calm and you hear nothing. I bet most nomad families died because of something evil hiding in the darkness. Bloody darkness everywhere. The ancients relied too much on their lights. I think this church was built before mankind discovered the miracles of electric energy. But don't ask me why they like dark and gloomy places like this. So we can go ahead, or we can inspect the seats. I think it's probably a good idea to inspect the seats. You take a closer look around. A lot of bones are scattered around. Most of them seem really old. You're unable to see anything that looks human. There are bones everywhere. Let's take what we need and leave as fast as we can. So go ahead. You start to walk towards the pedestal, but you hear some strange noises again. This time everyone hears them, and it becomes clear that there's something bigger than a rat inside the church. Well, this is what we thought. We thought there would definitely be something in here. You know, that's why we threw the torch, but apparently it wasn't good enough. After a couple of seconds, everything is calm again. You look into the darker areas, trying to discover the source of the mysterious noise, but you are unable to spot anything. What? Did you hear that? That sounded like something big. Big and hungry. Keep your weapons ready. There could be a mutant around here. Mutant? Well, this is the first we've heard of that. You turn your attention back to the pedestal, and what you see is strange. There are various objects on the pedestal, and they seem to have been used recently. Well, that sounded interesting. The strange composition is mostly made of what you are searching for. When you're about to reach a beautiful decorated Bible, you hear some monstrous growls coming from the darkness. Okay, Demetra throws her torch into the darkness and you see something horrible. 3 mutants are looking at you with an expression of pure rage, and you can see more of them moving in the darkness. So this is like a mutant hideout. They look kind of like just a cross between a human and a monkey. Holy fuck, they're everywhere. It's hard to tell how many they are, but there's at least a dozen of the beasts lurking in the darkness. The main path leading out of the church is blocked. Okay. What are they? God-worshipping mutants? Why do they care about some crosses? This place was built to impress people with the power of God, and they are more human than you think. Huh. The mutants are not attacking you. They just keep making inhuman sounds, looking at you as if threatening you to leave the objects untouched. So we have some options. We can run away. We can throw an explosive, fight the mutants, grab the objects, set the place on fire, or shoot the mutants. So this would be like a melee. This would be like ranged. We do have some explosives, so why don't we throw an explosive and see what happens. I think grabbing the objects would let them maybe get like an alpha strike on us, so we're going to alpha strike them. You throw a grenade ahead of you, the grenade explodes, and when it does, you hear monstrous screams coming from the mutants. You see some of them running away, driven by fear. Now we can shoot them, we can attack them, we can take the objects and run. Let's take the objects and run. You hear the mutant screams as you put the objects in your backpack. They're probably too scared to attack you, but that fear won't last long. So we can go into the inner room, so go deeper and try to find a way out, which seems a little dicey. Or we can just straight up fight our way out. Let's do that. Escaping through a horde is impossible without fighting. Even if you weaken the mutants, they surround you and the fight is inevitable. Alright, so we're fighting some mutants. The balance looks pretty even. I think we're just gonna engage them. Alright, so we did quite a bit of damage to them. Probably one more round and they're gonna lose morale. Two mutants are right ahead of you, eager to kill you. I can shoot them, I can evade them, I can bow them, or I can defend myself. Let's defend myself. You managed to overcome the enemy in close quarter combat, so I took a little bit and they took a lot. Alright, and let's do this melee fight again. Okay, so that should be the end of that. They ran away, the fight's over. The few mutant survivors run away and you're finally able to take the sacred objects without anyone disturbing you. I think let's explore it now. I mean, if they're gone, let's just explore it, right? You open a small door and start walking through a dark corridor. You see many rooms, but there's nothing useful in them. At last you find a solid door, but it is locked. So we could ask Mobilaji, who is very strong, to smash the door. I can break through the door. We can break the wall and go inside, or we can pick the lock. Let's pick the lock. You just need a minute to pick the lock and open the door. The path is now clear. You find a strange scene inside. There are old skeletons in ragged clothing, clearly the remains of ancient people. One of them seems to be the corpse of a priest, and near the body, you find some other valuable sacred objects and a diary. You take the stuff and walk away. Okay, cool. So that could be very valuable. So let's leave. The mutants didn't come back, and you're free to leave the place without any risk. So that's excellent. Okay, so let's take stock. So food is getting a little bit lower. I think this is going to be our big battle, really, is our fuel. So experience did not go up there. I feel like our health is still fine. I don't know how much each of these heals you, but I'm assuming they're not something that you just want to throw around willy-nilly. Anyways, so I think we're going to stop there. And in the next video, we'll go back to town and turn in that quest with those sacred objects. And hopefully we won't have another snowstorm where somebody gets buried under a collapsed house. And yeah, so I will see you then. Hope you've been enjoying the series. Despite all of the mistakes that we have found in it, it's not too bad. So probably worth a play. Alright guys, see you later. Game on.